the Webb Schools, a place where we share knowledge and joy, a place where we develop and grow, a place where we think, act, lead, and serve. Yet, under the hustle and bustle of daily life, there lies another world of immense complexity and fascinating beauty. A story of that world is a story filled with diversity, tenacity, and adaptability. It is a story of courage, love, and resilience. It is a story that shapes the way we know Webb. Yet, it is also a story of us, of the ways we interact with that world. This is a piece of that story, from dawn till dusk.
As dawn breaks over lush green forest, golden plains, and red-roofed buildings, this world awakens from its slumber. Mammals hide, contours elusive, amongst the tall grass. Butterflies come to feed on the dewdrops and the succulent nectar of wildflowers, and robins pluck at the worms hidden under the soil. One of the first arrivals is the lesser goldfinch, nibbling at seeds of the mustard flower. These small birds have a distinctive sweet song and are easily recognized by their yellow underbellies. Also hiding in the vast fields of mustard flowers is the western cottontail, enjoying its own grassy morning meal. Having consumers, like these guys, help keep plant populations in check. Yet these animals also serve as the primary food source for other carnivores within the ecosystem. One such predator is the coyote. They roam the fields in the early hours of the day, primarily in search of food. Coyotes, like other canines, are social animals. In this clip, we can see their social behavior being displayed as members of a pack scent mark their territory. The sun's rays now reach between the campus buildings, purging out the darkness of the previous night. Light finally bathes over a secluded corner behind one of Webb's dormitories. This is a special place, as the family calls it home. These western flycatchers had established their nest not long back. The young have already hatched, but are still very vulnerable. They rely on their parents for insect food, which there is no shortage of. Under their careful care, the young will continue to develop over the next 2 weeks. Meanwhile, a western bluebird hangs around the trees. This female housefinch also evaluates its surroundings amidst the branches. And this black phoebe spots a tasty insect meal. And a brown-headed cowbird sings to the morning light, atop the forest canopy, advertising its presence to the world.
As the sun ascends, it brings warmth to the landscape, and with the warmth begins a flurry of activity. The western honeybee is a regular sight to see among flower fields. They are wonderful pollinators that keep an ecosystem running, as they help spread the pollen of native California wildflowers, thus allowing flowers to mate. Alongside the western honeybees, larger Van Dyke's bumblebees are also present. Contrary to honeybees, bumblebees often have colonies of only up to 5 to 10 individuals, while honeybees have colonies that stretch up to tens of thousands of bees in a massive hive. Lizards and other reptiles often come out at this hour to sunbathe. Being cold-blooded animals, it is critically important that they regulate their internal body temperature almost the entire day, or else they risk freezing as the sun sets. This western fence lizard has chosen a warm spot atop a log, laying down to enjoy the sun. Other animals, such as banana slugs and the endangered California shoulder-band snail, however, need the shade for survival. The temperature and trapped moisture under an abandoned wooden board seems to be just right. Here, California's slender salamanders are seeking refuge too. Staying under these boards will help them preserve their moist skin, which allows them to breathe properly. Nearby, an acorn woodpecker drums into a tree. These woodpeckers are infamous for hoarding acorns, often creating stashes, storing thousands at a time. This one, however, is putting its acorns into a slightly more unconventional spot: the library booth. Another group of animals that are particularly fond of acorns are the squirrels. Even though these nuts are their favorite food, they are opportunists and may eat anything that is available. Our resident red-tailed hawk, also an opportunist, perches on a tree not far away. Their sharp vision allows them to spot prey, such as these squirrels, from miles away. This gives them the element of surprise during hunts, as the prey has no idea the hawk sees it. However, this one sees nothing in the canyons for now and chooses to rest on this tree.
The air begins to cool. Many creatures come out to enjoy the remaining bits of sunlight and finish up their daily activities. California quails, with their teardrop-shaped feather plume on their foreheads, roam the hills, searching for seeds in the soil. Hiding among the bushes, mule deer graze on the vegetation of the landscape, pressing around in small groups. They are named after their large ears, which resemble those of mules. The deer are a keystone species in Webb's ecosystem. Their grazing allows for quick reproducing plants to be sufficiently controlled. As dusk sets in, a wave of migrants begin to appear. Migrating animals tend to traverse most of their journey overnight, as this allows them to navigate using stars, while also avoiding most predator threats. This hoarded oriole has recently arrived here from their southern wintering grounds. It has reached the end of its 1,000-mile migration, and will now begin searching for a mate. In the meantime, this fruit tree satisfies its thirst after completing such a long voyage. But not all birds survive the migration. A Swainson's thrush limps its way around. It has sustained serious injuries. One of its eyes destroyed. The bird is disoriented and unable to fly properly. This thrush will most likely not make it to its destination, leaving the last moments of its life on this campus. Like the thrush, this cranefly uses its remaining energy to cling motionlessly onto this window. Once their eggs have been laid, they have less than a week of life remaining. The sun slowly dips below the horizon. For many individuals, the sunset will be their last in this world. Even though spring marks the ending for many, it is also the beginning for many more. This mated pair of mourning doves are collecting twigs from the ground, used as materials for a nest. Soon enough, they'll take up a parental responsibility in another newly formed family that calls our campus home. Other families continue to prosper too. Returning to the flycatcher nest, the young ones have now been granted their distinctive yellow plumage. Their newly opened eyes are filled with curiosity as they gaze into a world full of mystery. Soon enough, they will have fledged the nest, gaining the unparalleled freedom to soar the skies. These young ground squirrels are also eager to discover the surprises that Webb's ecosystem has to offer. As like any child, they're a bit clumsy, likes to pester their parents, and of course, are very hungry. We are able to see how organisms thrive and grow because we are able to sustain this biodiversity that surrounds our daily lives. How we coexist with this world is crucial to the future, as these young grow up in surroundings that are predominantly shaped by us. By preserving this unique, exquisite, and beautiful environment that surrounds us, we will have taken the first steps to ensure that these new generations are able to